The Ministry of Transport, in association with the transport sector stakeholders, has launched a coronavirus awareness campaign aimed at preventing the spread of COVID-19 within the public transport sector. Public service vehicles may be required to transport fewer numbers of passengers to ensure they maintain the social distancing requirements of keeping at least 1 metre apart. And as part of the measures, health officials began a fumigation exercise targeting bus stops at the CBD. Here's Makori Ongechi.
From as early as 8 a.m. Thursday morning, Ministry of Health officials dressed in protective suits began spraying disinfectants on streets in Nairobi's CBD. Their first focus, major bus stops in the city where public service vehicles were sprayed both inside and outside before passengers were let in. During the fumigation exercise, Principal Secretary, State Department for Housing and Urban Development, Charles Hinga, said several measures had been recommended to combat the spread of the virus among passengers using public transport. In some cases, Hinga saying the PSVs may be required to cut significantly on the number of passengers.
Operators will sensitize their crews and customers on the immediate culture change required in social interactions under the emergency situation. The safe social distance of 1 metre apart should be adhered to strictly.
Besides the basic behavior of washing hands with water and hand sanitizers, all equipment and stands at the public bus stops are to be cleaned frequently and sanitized with the disinfectants. Sanitization of helmets used by motorbike operators. Operators will be required to manage orderly queues, with commuters required to stand 1 metre apart. Aged travelers are to be handled with sensitivity, and use of mobile cash transfer to be used instead of cash transfers when seeking transport costs. The Federation of Public Transport Sector Chairman Edwin Mukabana urging government to avail affordable and quality sanitizers to the operators, besides setting up certified points countrywide where PSVs can be taken for disinfection and routine sanitization.
We know that this is going to cause a lot of people to fail to pay their loans. So government should put in an economic stimulus to ensure that this is done.
The health workers fumigated popular walking sites and places across the CBD. Realizing the crucial role the public transport system plays in the country, the many recommendations that have been made here seeks to prevent any form of new infections or spread of the virus among users of the public transport. Makori Ongechi, Citizen TV at Kencom.